Konnichiwa, hello and welcome. This is Roy at Ninjazilla90, and today I will be reviewing the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla 2014 Female Muto figure. And I got some things to say about it, so with that said, let's get things started. And now, here we have the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla 2014 Female Muto here, in all of her very evil but very deadly glory. As you can see, this is a well sculpted, highly detailed, highly articulated figure. The color scheme, as you can see, is kind of, I would say, more of kind of like this grayish green and black, kind of sort of like this natural camouflage, sort of like a predatory insect or sort of a reptile would have, I would say. It just kind of reminds me of sort of like one of those like big swamp spiders that we would see around here sometime from time to time. So that's kind of what this color scheme of the Hiya Toys female Muto looks like to me, like one of those bigger swamp spiders you might see, looking very, very creepy too, if you ask me. Bringing her up close so you can get a good look at that very fearsome face. As you can see, we have those blood red glowing eyes that the Mutos have. You can see that in this figure really well if you look close enough. There we have it right there. You can see that blood red glow in her eyes. Look at that sharp detail there, looking really nice. And of course we have these sort of like hook-like appendages on the bottom part of her front arms there, or front legs, whatever you want to call them. Arm legs, army legs, whatever you want to call them, depending. And we have the same claw appendages on the bottom of the back back arms here, I guess. And we do have the sort of, I would say these are kind of sort of like hoof-like feet that the Muto has. So we kind of got like these claw-like hands, kind of like these hook appendages for the hands on the front on the front and back arms, and we kind of got like these sort of hoof feet in the back hind legs there. And of course we have the small tiny inner arms there, if we can get a look at them right here, where she can grab like her prey or Godzilla and try to drag him in with these smaller arms here. Looking really nice. And we can also see there's a little claw out on this hand. And yeah, this one there's no, but yeah, they're split, if open a little bit if you take a closer look. And we can see her underbelly there, looking like she's carrying some eggs. Ew, I really wouldn't want that Muto laying eggs in me. No. No. That's not happening. Now, getting on to articulation. Her head is on a ball joint, so we can move that up and down like so. Her jaw is on a hinge, so we can open that jaw like so. We can see the inside of that mouth. You can see that very realistic looking membrane there. She has more of, well, the Mutos have more of a beak-like mouth, as you can see. Looking really deadly. You can see that tongue in there as well. All those finer details on this figure. On the front arms, or the front shoulders, are on ball joints, so we can bring them up about that much, like so, and then bring them right back down. And of course, we have a hinge at the top of the top elbows. So we do have a hinge joint here where we can bend them forward and back. And we have a swivel as well. Same is true with the other arm. So we can bend it forward like that, back like this, and swivel it all the way around a full 360. And we do have the lower elbow joints as well, so we can also swivel these all the way around a full 360, and of course bend them forward and back on the hinge. Same is true with the other arm, so swivel, bend at the elbow. And we also have good articulation on the hook appendages, so we can rotate them a full 360, and we can move them back like that and forward about this much. Although, yeah, they are kind of a bit tight, but it is doable. As you can see, you can bend it back and then forward and then swivel around a full 360. And now for her back arms, which would be the wings on the male Muto. So if Hiya Toys does release a male Muto, I could see it being more like this, but this one has the legs because it's the female. The back arms are on a swivel hinge, so we can swivel those back arms all the way around a full 360 like you just witnessed, like so. And we do have a hinge, so we can move them back like that and forward like this, so we can bring her up so we can get a closer look at that hinge. So as you can see, that's how the hinge works, forward and back like so, just like that. Put her down, and we do have a swivel hinge on the top elbow as well, or bicep, I guess, whatever you want to call that part on this arm, the top arm. We could bend it up back about that much and forward about that much, but it's hindered by the sculpt, and we can swivel it around a full 360. Same is true with the other side, so we can bend it back about that much, move it forward about this much, and swivel it around a full 360. The lower elbows are also on a hinge on the back arms, so we can bend them back about that much, forward about that much, and swivel them around a full 360. Same is true with the other side, so we can bend back about that much, forward about that much, and swivel them around a full 360, like so. And of course, we have the claw appendages on the bottom of the back legs, so our back arms or hook appendages. So as you can see, we can swivel that around a full 360 and bend them back on the hinge. Also, make sure you have it lined up correctly when you do bend it back, so you don't break the peg on that hinge joint. So we can make sure we are articulating this correctly and we aren't forcing anything, as you can see. And now moving right along to the articulation in the inner arms. As you can see, the inner arms right here are on ball joints, so we can move them out about that much, in about this much. We can move them up about that much and down about that much. We also have a hinge at the elbows, so we can move these arms up and then back down, and we can swivel them all the way around a full 360 like so. And now finally getting it to her back legs. Her back legs are on ball joints, but they are really tight and they like to pop off when you move them, so you can move them back about that much and forward about that much. But as you are witnessing, they are really tight, so forward about that much, back about that much until that happens. Let me pop that leg back on, as you can see. And as far as the leg articulation goes, we do have a hinge in the upper knee, so we can bend that knee down about that much and back up about that much, and also swivel it around a full 360, although it's a bit hindered by the sculpt. And there goes that leg again. Same is true with the other side, so we can bend that knee forward, back, and then rotate it around a full 360, as you are witnessing. And of course, we have the lower knees, whatever you want to call them. Lower hind legs, reverse knees, I guess, because they're coming out this way. We can swivel them around a full 360 like so, like that, and we can bend them back about that much and forward about this much. Same is true with the other leg. Back about that much, forward about that much. Her hind leg, her legs, her calves there. I guess that's the correct saying. And of course we have her lower hooves, and we can rotate those around a full 360 like so. And we can also move those forward and back on a hinge, as well as you are witnessing now. If it's kind of stiff. Alright, I got it. Yeah. See, you can, move them forward and back on that hinge there. So, that about wraps it up for detail and articulation. So, now let's get into my final verdict and find out what my final thoughts and opinions are on this figure, and giving it a final score based on detail, articulation, and playability. So let's get to it. And now for my final verdict on the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla 2014 female Muto figure here. If I have to give her a score based on detail, articulation, and playability, I have to give her a drum roll, please. A very honest but fair 4.5 stars. Why? Although I still feel like this is a highly detailed, highly articulated figure, one of the drawbacks I would say on this figure is I feel the articulation is a bit stiff, and the back legs on mine do tend to pop off very easily when you try to move them on the ball joints on the hips. So that is a definite drawback with this figure. But other than that, I would say the detail is very movie accurate to the Godzilla 2014 movie. The paint scheme of this figure is also very movie accurate. Articulation is good. Although like I said, I do have to take off points on playability because, yeah, like I said, some of you may have noticed during this review, some of the joints on this figure is a bit stiff, and like I said, these back legs, these back hips popping off on this figure is a problem that needs to be improved. So hopefully, if Hiya Toys does reissue this figure, or like if they do like another like edition, like they do like a 2019 Muto edition that appeared like at the end of the 2019 Godzilla King of the Monsters movie. Hopefully they improve that. You know, especially if they do like a male Muto or like a Muto Prime, like that definitely needs to be improved. You know, that's something that SH Monster Arts could improve on if they make their own Muto, which I highly doubt. But anyway, guys, if you made it this far into the video, definitely thank you guys all so very much for watching. From the very bottom of my heart, I appreciate that greatly. And, you know, especially with you guys being so supportive, you give me a definite stronger will to keep doing this, and I will keep doing this no matter what anybody says or thinks. But anyway, guys, that's gonna be pretty much it for this review, and as always, stay safe, take care, God bless, and peace out.